question I'll never know. Would you have climbed up to serve me dinner? Well, I hope so. When the jackbooted men wore those great uniforms, would you have wanted the blackest?
Please do not forget, subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the notification bell to be notified when we upload next. Jill Sobule, the singer-songwriter whose witty, poignant, and groundbreaking music left an indelible mark on the 1990s and beyond, has passed away at the age of 66. Best known for her 1995 hit, I Kissed a Girl, a song that boldly addressed queer themes at a time when such topics were rarely explored in mainstream pop, Sobule was a pioneer in both music and advocacy. Her satirical anthem Supermodel, featured on the iconic Clueless soundtrack, further cemented her place in pop culture history. Sobule's death in a tragic house fire on May 1, 2025, has left the music world mourning the loss of a unique voice whose influence stretched far beyond her chart successes. This article pays tribute to her life, her career, and the legacy she leaves behind, offering a comprehensive look at a trailblazing artist who dared to be different. Jill Sobule was born on January 16, 1959, in Denver, Colorado, into a Jewish family that nurtured her creative spirit. Growing up in the 1960s and 1970s, she was shaped by the era's folk and rock movements, drawing inspiration from artists like Joni Mitchell, Bob Dylan, and later the irreverent humor of Randy Newman and Warren Zevon. As a shy, observant child, Sobule struggled with anorexia and depression during her adolescence, challenges that would later inform her deeply personal songwriting. Music became her outlet, and she picked up the guitar as a teenager, setting the stage for a career that would blend introspection with sharp social commentary. After high school, Sobule briefly attended the University of Colorado but soon left to pursue music full-time. In her early 20s, she traveled across the US and Europe, performing in small venues and honing her craft as a storyteller and musician. It was during this period that she developed her signature style, folk-inflected melodies paired with emotionally raw lyrics that tackled taboo subjects with humor and grace. Her persistence paid off in 1990 with the release of her debut album, Things Here Are Different, produced by Todd Rundgren. Though it didn't achieve commercial success, songs like Too Cool to Fall in Love showcased her potential as a songwriter with a unique voice, laying the groundwork for her breakthrough. In 1995, Jill Sobule released I Kissed a Girl, a song that would redefine her career and make waves in the music industry. At a time when LGBTQ+ representation in mainstream media was scarce, Sobule's playful yet sincere ode to a same-sex kiss was revolutionary. The song tells the story of two suburban women who share a kiss, exploring curiosity, desire, and societal norms with a light-hearted touch. With its catchy melody and clever lyrics, I Kissed a Girl, her lips were sweet, she was just like kissing me, it became an instant hit, peaking at number 20 on the Billboard Modern Rock Tracks chart and number 67 on the Hot 100. The accompanying music video, featuring Italian model Fabio as a comically oblivious boyfriend, added to the song's charm and helped it gain traction on MTV. However, I Kissed a Girl wasn't without controversy. Several radio stations in the South banned it, and Sobule faced backlash from conservative groups. Despite this, the song was celebrated as a bold step forward for LGBTQ+ visibility. Sobule, who identified as bisexual, later reflected, "It was dicey to be a queer musician back then, but I think it opened doors for a lot of people." As the first openly queer-themed song to crack the Billboard Top 20, it remains a cultural milestone. The song's legacy was revisited in 2008 when Katy Perry released her own hit titled, I Kissed a Girl. While Perry's version became a global sensation, it drew comparisons to Sobule's original, with some critics accusing Perry of lacking the same depth or authenticity. Sobule initially expressed frustration, famously telling The Rumpus in 2009, "Fuck you, Katy Perry," though she later clarified her comments were humorous and she held no grudge. "I was happy to not be the Kissed a Girl girl anymore," she said, appreciating the chance to move beyond the label. While I Kissed a Girl was making waves, another track from Sobule's 1995 self-titled album, Supermodel, was gaining attention. Featured on the soundtrack of the 1995 teen comedy Clueless, this satirical anthem with its catchy chorus, "I didn't eat yesterday and I'm not gonna eat today and I'm not gonna eat tomorrow 'cause I'm gonna be a supermodel," became a cultural touchstone. Clueless, starring Alicia Silverstone, was a defining film of the 90s, and its soundtrack, featuring artists like Radiohead and Beastie Boys, was equally iconic. Supermodel played during the movie's makeover montage, perfectly capturing its blend of humor and social critique. Though Sobule didn't write Supermodel, it was penned by a team for the film, she infused it with her unique style, adding a bridge she described as having weird Dadaist gravitas. The song's success introduced her to a broader audience and solidified her status as a 90s pop culture figure. Reflecting on her dual hits, Sobule once quipped, "People call me a one-hit wonder and I say, wait a second, I'm a two-hit wonder." Together, I Kissed a Girl and Supermodel showcased her versatility and cemented her reputation as an artist who could balance wit and weight. Jill Sobule's career extended far beyond her two biggest hits. Her 1997 album Happy Town featured ambitious tracks like Soldiers of Christ, a critique of reactionary Christianity, and Attic, which used Anne Frank's story as a metaphor for love. Title track, Happy Town, addressed the impact of antidepressants on libido, blending the personal and political with her trademark humor. Her 2000 album Pink Pearl is often considered her most characteristic work, with songs like Lucy at the Gym, a haunting portrait of an anorexic woman, and Mary Kay, about the Mary Kay Letourneau scandal, showcasing her talent for empathetic character studies. Sobule was also a pioneer in the music industry's digital shift. In 2009, she raised $75,000 through crowdfunding to produce California Years, an early example of an artist using fan support to maintain creative control. This move set a precedent for independent musicians in the digital age. Her live performances were equally innovative. She often played without a set list, embracing spontaneity and vulnerability. Beyond her solo work, Sobule contributed music to television and theater, including the theme for Nickelodeon's Unfabulous and the 2022 musical FCK's 7th Grade Asterisk, which earned a Drama Desk nomination for its heartfelt exploration of her queer youth. Her activism, particularly for LGBTQ+ rights, was a constant thread throughout her career. Sobule's openness about her bisexuality and her willingness to tackle social issues in her music made her a beloved figure among fans who valued her authenticity. Whether through satire or sincerity, she used her platform to challenge norms and give voice to the marginalized. Jill Sobule's life came to a tragic end on May 1, 2025, when she died in a house fire in Woodbury, Minnesota, at the age of 66. The fire broke out in the early morning, and despite the efforts of first responders, Sobule was found deceased inside her home. Cause remains under investigation, but authorities have described it as a devastating accident. Her death came just as she was preparing to release new music, including the cast recording of FCK's 7th Grade Asterisk and a 30th anniversary reissue of her self-titled album, both set for June 6, 2025. The music community was devastated by the news. Her manager, John Porter, said, "Jill Sobule was a force of nature and human rights advocate whose music is woven into our culture. I lost a client and a friend today." Comedian Margaret Cho wrote, "This is not real to me. I am in shock and cannot process this." The Fix, with whom Sobule had recently toured, added, "We are absolutely devastated. Jill was so full of life and talent." Fans echoed this grief online, with one writing, "Her song I Kissed a Girl blew the doors open for queer folk. Goodbye, sweet Jill." Jill Sobule's impact on music and culture is profound. As one of the first openly queer artists to achieve mainstream success, she paved the way for future generations of LGBTQ+ musicians. Her innovative approach to funding and releasing music influenced the rise of independent artists, while her songs, spanning rebellion, tenderness, and introspection, continue to resonate. Sobule's legacy lives on in the barriers she broke, the truths she told, and the community she built. Though her voice has been silenced, her music ensures she will never be forgotten. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to daily updates and never miss a video.